Hey everybody. As a continuation or part two to to the video I did about can a child of God hate God's enemies? You guys, somebody asked about, having biblical grounds to hate God's enemies and to not. I think a lot of people use that to really not like and hate people that they don't get along with, and that's not a good thing, and that's not right, and that's not how that scripture was intended. And you guys make sure that, and I'm not saying you, sister, that's how you intend it. I'm saying other people, or we should examine ourselves and make sure that we're not doing that. And you guys, we shouldn't use the scriptures as a switchblade that to justify everything that we feel in our minds and our hearts to be right because we want it to. We shouldn't really use the scriptures in that way. And you guys, even with Saul, like the problems that David had with Saul, even though Saul wanted to kill him, David still loved him. Hold on just a second. Sorry, you guys, I had a customer. So, yeah, you guys, even though Saul was trying to kill David and didn't like David and threw a spear at him, you guys, that would be like the equivalent to one of your brothers and sisters who you don't get along with coming inside of your house and shooting you with a gun and hitting the wall. That's the same equivalent. And so David still loved him, you guys, and would not take revenge on him. So when it talks about hating God's enemies, they're talking about the bloodline of the Raphaim and the Philistines and all them who really hated God. So anyway, I love you guys and just wanted to share that with you. So let us all remember, the people who are believers who you don't get along with and everyday deceived people, you guys, if they are deceived, are just like what Saul was. Saul was deceived because of the stuff that he was harboring in his heart. That gave Satan a foothold and the evil spirits a foothold because he was jealous and angry and all these things that he's holding into his heart. But really, David knew he was a brother. He was another believer. And Saul tried to kill him, you guys. So think, if there's another brother and sister that you don't get along with or that you might not like, think about that person coming in to your house and shooting a gun at you and missing and hitting the wall. And yet, David still loved him and would not harm him. And he loved him so much, you guys, that he was so heartbroken when Saul fell on his own sword, you guys. Even after he tried to kill him, you guys. So let us examine ourselves and see if we really have the heart like that, a heart like that. Or do we have a heart that would just be like, oh, Saul died and he tried to kill me, gets what he deserves. David's heart was not like that. And so, you guys, we cannot use the Bible as a switchblade and interpret Psalms 139 as hating people that we just don't like. That, like, hating the people that David was talking about, you guys, was the equivalent to what you know who Goliath was, you guys? You know what happened to Goliath's spirit after it dies? Is it turns into a demon that roams the earth forever and ever. And they have fun. They do not like God, and they take pleasure in doing unrighteousness and evil things. So that's who it was talking about. Love your enemies. Do good to those who persecute you. Bless those who persecute you. If someone strikes your cheek, give them the other. I love you guys. God bless.